Welcome to Office 365 training for IT support. This is just a basic training. Before I start this training, and you guys might be confused because I just started with this page, let's just go back with where I am coming from. Basically, this is a site, jobskillshare.org. You need to free registration, you need to register and then log in to course login. Basically, once you click on login, then you'll get to the portal page, and once you get to the portal page, you need to click on this course right here. Go to course, you'll click on here, and then you basically scroll down, click on learning path, and once you click on learning path, then you will click on help desk support specialist. And then you will basically scroll down and find this training, which is under this section, Office 2013, Office 365, and this link training right now. Okay, so Office 365 learning how to start, and in this, let me just go ahead and move this one a little bit down here. Okay, so as you guys can see, Office 365 learning, how to start learning Office 365. You guys can watch this video. This is basically a video where you can see things like from Microsoft. Like Microsoft also provided their training, basic training on to do things. So if you don't understand my accent, or you don't just get my point, just watch this video. This is another video to get you guys started. My video, this video is going to also be uploaded here below that video, but if you also don't get both of these videos, then you can also start on Microsoft official site. This is another site actually, and that's also providing a very detailed training on Microsoft Office 365, Office 2013. So you can get so much if you want to learn about Office 365. There's so much available. You have so much resources available right now, so you can't say that there's not free resources available, because I'm doing it. There's so much out there right now, so you definitely want to get your hands on this thing, especially for new folks right here. Just want to give you guys an example of when I started basic Active Directory training for IT support. You guys can see the response and how it helped so many people with their interviews. I wasn't expecting people to actually use this for interview, and people are using it, and they're getting a very successful outcome out from these videos right here. So you guys can see the other videos too. This is another one, that 2014, and you guys can see the response on the same video, and it goes on and on for my other videos on Job Skills Share. So you definitely want to subscribe to this channel, and it just helps us and it helps you guys at the same time. So great way to start Office 365 if you are new to Office 365 and you are that new person want to know about things right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my training, basic training. This is not a formal training. This is just a video training of one section in this course. So if you want to take a full course, definitely take that course. It's like a whole big course. It's not a one-day course. I can tell you guys right now, it's going to take you guys little bit longer than just probably a few weeks or maybe a month to get a hold of this course. So a lot of information out there. Okay, so let's get started with Office 365 training. So basically, this is the portal page of Office 365, and now you're wondering, how did I just jumped in here? But let me explain it to you, just like I do in every video. Every time if you go to a company and let's say they tell you that we just migrated ourselves to Office 365, that means they basically Microsoft is working with them or worked with them, their engineers or their software engineers or whoever, IT engineers or IT managers, someone worked with them, and then you got all your stuff that was in your company before, that in-house servers and everything, it got moved to Office 365. Or maybe you have some servers in your company and that's getting synced with Office 365. So that information is for a new IT support, you're not doing that. You're not doing migration. You're not doing anything advanced stuff. You're not doing anything PowerShell or looking at services and trying to troubleshoot services. You're not doing that. You're doing just a level 1, level 2 basic stuff that we discussed in Active Directory training, that you need to use your user password resets, new user join in the company, and you need to set them up in Office 365 now. They call you, and then you need to access share mailboxes now, calendar issues, mail issues, Word Online issues, how to install Office 2013 for home, Office 365, how to manage, how to check your licenses, stuff like that. These are the type of calls you are going to get as a help desk or IT support or anyone that manages users in Office 365. Okay, so that's where you will get this page. This page will be provided by Microsoft, and it's basically portal.office.com. Most of it is like this right here, portal.office.com. So when people type that as a user, they won't see the admin part. They will see only this section right here without an admin part, and whatever you basically give them permission to access. So you can take the OneDrive off, or maybe you can take the other features off from the portal section, so they will be only able to use those features. Okay, so the calls that you are going to get as a help desk person is related to sometimes just the browsers. They will click portal.office.com and then nothing shows up, or something is not showing up correctly. Then they call you. You need to make sure they have up-to-date browsers, Chrome, Firefox, IE, anything can take this as long as it's up to date. And they do have some kind of requirement. If you go to Microsoft site and then type Office 365 browser requirements, then it will give you a list of browsers that what new browsers can handle this Office 365. Okay, so these are basic type of calls you can get as a help desk person. Now basically what you need to know about the portal is definitely go through the training that I just showed you guys in the other video, like this one. This training, it goes in details, and it kind of gives you more because you're going to get these questions from users. Okay, so what is this? I mean, I don't know how to open my email and do signature stuff like that. So you can go through that videos first, and that you will quickly learn about basic stuff like that, which I'm not going to cover that in this video. I will make another course on Office 365 which I'm going to detail cover every single thing, but in this video I'm just making it just like this video, like basic 15 minutes video, and to cover things that you guys can get something quickly, and if you have an interview coming in, so you guys can talk about Office 365. This is the main reason why I'm doing this. So now you as a help desk, now the portal page is this. You as a help desk person gets the admin part. Users don't get this part. They can get to the emails. They can click on this part right here, and they will see all the emails over here. They can click on calendar. They can see all the calendars over here. They can do anything from the settings in these stuff. So you need to learn about those settings. Okay, these are the calls you're gonna get. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on admin. Well, before I do that, you're gonna get another call too, that how do I install Office 2013 on my computer. Usually you get 5 license for free if you have Office, I think Enterprise, I don't know what level it is, but you get like 5 licenses, and it tells you right there. So I used it on one computer here. I can deactivate it and get 5 again. But if I use all the 5, then you can't use it somewhere else. So sometimes you will get a call from a user that I'm trying to install this Office on my computer, and then you can just quickly ask how many licenses have you used. You can check that, and then you'll see, it'll tell the user that, hey, you need to deactivate one to get users because you get 5 licenses. And it automatically picks your browser, so it tells me that 32-bit is recommended for my computer. And if you were using Mac, then it will use a Mac recommendation. So that's you're gonna get that call definitely from people, because a lot of people love to install Office. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and get to our admin section and then talk about that right now. Alright, so then when you click on admin section, you basically get to this part, and like I said, users don't get to see this stuff. So let's just go over the basic stuff so then you guys know what it is and how to do things. You can watch the video, get started quickly. There's not a lot in this video. It's just basically telling you what this is, and all tabs over here. Right on the right side you see something very cool, and that's the reset user password. Remember, we discussed this whole video in a basic Active Directory training. This thing is changing right now. If people are moving towards Office 365, and then you know that this trend is going towards Office 365, all these Active Directory things that we did over here, every single thing can be done in this section now, Office 365. So my suggestion to you is definitely learn about Office 365 and put it on your resume, because that's gonna look good. It's gonna stand out more now, because people are looking into these skills. It's very common now. Just go to Indeed.com and type help desk support jobs, and you will see Office 365 right there, the first thing. So add a new user. Remember, we just talked about the whole thing, that how to add a new user. We can click on it and just start adding the user, just like we did in Active Directory. So when you click on that, you can basically get the same things. You just need to put the username, the first name, last name, and then add information, change the email address. But here's with this stuff, you have another new thing that just started with Office 365. You didn't have that in basic Active Directory training. So let's go ahead and click on add new users. So when you click on add new users, you see this the same thing that we discussed in Active Directory training: first name, last name, display name, username. Remember, username is something that your company decided what type of username format that are going to be using: first name, first letter, last name, first three letters, last three letters, and then date of birth or something like that. So that's something you're going to need to find out. Job title, just very simple thing, right? Here's the only thing that was changed over here is licenses. And license basically that you need to be this information is also going to be provided by your managers, that what type of licenses we are providing to these users. Sometimes you might have a lot of licenses, you might have bought a lot of things in your company, but you might not be ready for like SharePoint, maybe some other things like communication type things, Yammer. There's another other options that Office 365 has. There's so many options, so your company might not be ready. So you need to make sure that you ask that to from your manager, that what type of licenses are we providing. So definitely there's going to be email license, so you provide the license. The Office 365 Office 2013 is a portal license. Basically you will need to provide that so people can download those software to their computer. So that's the part that you need to make sure. So basic stuff. Let's go back to the portal page again. So again, reset user password. You will get a call from a user that's logged out, and if you didn't give this ability to users that they can reset their password on their own, then you need to do that from here, or you can actually go to the user section, click on active users, find the user, and then you reset their passwords, doing things like that. So let's just go ahead and let me explain what it is over here on the right side. You can also put the admin app on your phone. So if you have smartphones, you can download those apps, and then you can see what's going on. This current health right here, this section is very important. Okay, so as you can see, these are the services that Microsoft are providing. So let's say, for example, Exchange, and it will tell you that currently engineers are continuing to monitor the backlog of Exchange Online Protection EOP. It's something going on their end, and then basically they will put their message out there. They're working on it. When you basically put your mouse right here, it will give you a detail what's going on, what are the root cause and all that. So they're working on that. So it's not something you need to do. It's something that Microsoft is working on it. So let's say, for example, you are trying to log into your mail, and you just suddenly start getting a calls from users that, oh, we can't get into our email, what's going on, there's an error coming in. The first thing you might want to do is to just check this health section. There might be some kind of outage going on your side. You might be using a server that's in north somewhere, and then it's down because of something happened over there. You need to make sure that you check that, because you might start working, spend so many hours to figure out what's going on, but if you come here and that something is going on their end, that's just a waste of time. So you can quickly kind of like come over here. This is your check spot, first thing to do, to come over here. I would definitely check this in the morning when I log in and say, hey, what's going on, just to check, because after that 7:30 8 a.m. when people are starting to come in, that's where people are going to start calling. And then if you already have the answer, it's pretty easy for you to kind of like talk to users, and they're working on it. And you can also call Microsoft on their status if it's something. I mean, it's not going to happen there. It's not going to be a like total downtime for your company, because that's going to be very bad, and they're promising that it's going to be 99% up. I'm not sure if they're gonna keep that, but well, that's what they say. So here's other options that you get over here is basically your what services are available to you, and that's basically they're gonna give you all that information, and you can see there's no issues with these, so that means they're good. Other things over here on the left side is your specifically to your portal settings over here. So you can see inactive emails, users are 33, have not signed in 30 days. It gives you a little more information. You want to check who are these users. I mean, is this just a dummy users? What's going on with these users? And also in Office 365, things are depending on licenses. You don't just want to add users and give them license if they're not using it. Like, they cost money, so you have to plan your things in this, and that's something your administrators or managers will have already done for you. So you're not going to be a person doing this planning or deciding who gets the license and who will not get the license. So you already have those information provided to you. So here is a setup section. Basically, when you click on setup, you can, this is already set up right now, so you get basic setup and advanced setup. So if you have a very basic few people and you don't have anything to migrate, you don't need to do anything. You can just do the basic setup and you will get Office 365 in no time. But you might get like, for example, you might get something like a very big company. You have more than 3,000, 20,000, whatever emails, addresses on your server right now, and you need to migrate them. Then you need to use some kind of advanced settings, maybe PowerShell settings, scripting. It's not an easy thing we went through, and it takes a lot of time for migration. So just keep that in mind. And if you are a person that is going to be a part of migration, then you need to do a lot of study and a lot of look at a lot of online resources and how people did it, so it will save your time. One of the best things I can tell you that you have to tell your users to shrink their email boxes. Clean their email boxes, because that's one of the main thing in migration that is going to hold you. If they have a lot of things, a lot of people have thousands of emails, then you're going to get a little trouble. So let's go to the user section. In user section, there's nothing really. It's basically active users. You click on active users, then you will see the users list over here, and that's where you basically assign the license to them. It's a page that has nothing. Deleted users is a nice feature here. So if you delete a user mistakenly, you can come to deleted users and then see who got deleted. And also sometimes you might get a call, you might be working on something, or maybe someone deleted users and then you want to know who deleted the user, so you could come here and do that kind of stuff. Other things over here is I'm going to quickly go through is company profile. You can change your company name in there. You have to kind of talk to Microsoft about that to do this. Contacts are just the same way. If you go to Active Directory, adding external contacts, so you can contact them. They can do the emails and stuff. You can put them in groups, stuff like that. You can also do this. Like I said in the beginning, this video that I made, every single thing is basically provided in here now. Shared mailbox is a new thing for Microsoft. Shared mailboxes is basically, you don't need a license for them. You can put as many shared boxes in there. As far as I know, last time I checked, there's no limitation on this. So you can put a shared mailbox in there, and there's 50 GB of space in there. So that's a very good way, because then if you have a team, let's say for example communication team, and they use an email for communication, let's say communication.jobskillshare.org, and it's a team, there's 10 members in there, so you don't want to provide 10 email addresses, right? You need one email, communication@jobskillshare.org, and that's where they will, all of that team members, you can add it to this share mailbox, and it will automatically be added to their Outlook, or and also they don't need a password for this. Like you don't need a special username and password for this. It's basically assigned by users, so they can log in to their mail, and then they will say, okay, open another mailbox, and they can put the communication email address, and bam, they're in the system. That's something you're going to be working on most of the time people will call you that, hey, what is our team email, how do we access our team email on our Office 365? And that's where you need to find out if are they in the mailbox, are they in the mailbox, they have the rights to it. Also, then you need to, sometimes you will get a call, how do I sign into Mailbox Quickly without logging into my email first and then opening up Mailbox? So basically the easy way is to log in first to their email address, open the mailbox, and then copy the link. When you open the mailbox, then copy that link and put it on your desktop favorite. So when they double click on that link, you will access that mailbox directly by just using your username and password. Your username and password, meaning the username that has access to these share mailboxes. So that's the easy way. That's something that you're definitely gonna get a call. Meeting rooms are just rooms. Groups, same way in Active Directory. If you add a group here, the same way you add a universal group, security groups, different type. Domains over here, you can add, let's say for example, jobskillshare.org is one domain, jobskillshare.com is another domain. So I could add these domains over here in this section. Public websites are just your SharePoint websites. I mean, you can just, how people are going to be accessing your company addresses and stuff like that. You can use it from here. Billing is just from Microsoft, what type of billing do you have. Let's say for example, if I click on licenses and then I say, okay, you know what, I have 308 licenses, E3 enterprise, and then 303 is assigned already. So that means if I need to contact Microsoft to buy more licenses, that's what it means. And then you have other licenses. Whatever you have, it's going to be in your dashboard, and then you will see the numbers and then remaining licenses, and you can easily check it from here. Other things is basically the service health is another important part over here. Reports, sorry, let's go to reports over here. That's another important one right here. So if you guys, when you click on the reports, you can quickly see like new and deleted mailboxes over here. It's just showing the graphs and everything, groups. It's a very quick way you can find out everything, auditing, protection, rules, anything in just one click, and that makes life very easy, extremely easy. If you're just sitting on your computer from anywhere, you can log into the Office 365 admin site and just check these things to make sure everything is working. So that's the cool part over here. So all of this section right here, and then there's a support section, message center right here. If you click on the message center, you will see what's going on in Office from the Microsoft side, and they have all these things are open right now. These are it's like basically a ticketing system from Microsoft that you can see, what's going on, what kind of actions are required, is it completed yet, and stuff like that. So from here to all the way down here is more of information and playing around with users and things like that. One other part that you're going to be heavily working on is your Exchange. Very heavily you're going to be working on this one. So when you click on Exchange settings, and you can see right here, this is where you're gonna get so many calls of because if you just migrate your Office 365, you're gonna get these calls that I don't get these emails, they're not coming through, something is not correctly configured, or maybe something didn't move correctly. So what you need to do is you need to go to the mailboxes, you need to do the mail flow over here. That's another one that you need to check what's going on and why am I not getting this email. You need to look at the mail with filter. Is there a rule that is stopping? Let's say for example, you might have a rule, anything with zip file, if it touch my system, block it, or maybe do something with it. So that's something you need to look into this, all these sections right here. I can't go all this. The reason I say that, I just want to give you guys kind of like go through on these things to kind of quickly get your hands on Office 365. But I'm going to create a full tutorial, a full course actually, just like I did with these videos. And just to explain to you guys, I made this video Active Directory, and then I went basically to our platform. And in here, if you go to the platform, basically if you go back to the home page, now after that video, this video is under this big course, which is help desk supports entry level to specialist. But then for specific like technology or something that you need to learn for your job, we have Active Directory user management course. Then that's just Active Directory only. Then we have help desk ticketing system training, then that's just for ticketing system only. So now I'm gonna make one for Office 365 administration, so where we will discuss everything from scratch. How did you get the plan first, how did you log in, how do you add a user, how do you delete a user, how do you add a user email, how do you assign a license, how do you basically take off the license, how do you do all these things. That's what we are going to discuss in our course. But hopefully this video give you guys something that you guys can now talk on your interview just like we did in this video. So hopefully this video is also going to help out a lot of guys. And like I said, if this video doesn't make any sense to you guys, it's confusing because we couldn't do a lot of practical stuff, then I really suggest you guys go back to my this section over here and then take this video, because it has information that will lead you to practical stuff. If you can't get it over here, then you take these sections over here. There are 15 to 20 minutes training over there. That's a big training out there, and that's only hands-on. So actually you have to click on things to do things. So that's why I am not making a full course at this moment right now, but I am working on it, and I will show you guys the real world scenarios. So it's not just Microsoft only, it's going to involve browsers and other things. That's realistic stuff. That's what you're going to be working on exactly to become an Office 365 administrator. Thank you for watching this video, and see you guys in a different video. jobskillshare.org. Bye.